Full moon in Leo is landing this month on the 16th of Feb. Now, for some of you, that might be the 17th. It does depend whereabouts in the world you are. So, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an energy update for this full moon. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about some more of this ascension energy and symptoms that a lot of us are going through, because I feel like that is a huge focus at the moment. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but I just have this feeling that literally like realities are changing. The one morning I literally woke up and looked outside, and I don't know if it was my eyes or what, but I just felt things looked different. Um, Things looked different. Like it just had a different feel to it. It's really hard to describe, but I felt it. There was like a change. And everything kind of looked more different. Like things looked brighter. It was weird to describe. Now, I even saw literally rain on one side of the street, not on the other. And it was a mad, because I think I've probably only ever seen that like once or twice in my life before. And I do think it's really representative of how you can be living in completely a different dimension and world to the people right next to you. So you can have people living on the same road, but that are living in completely different worlds. And we all do see things differently, and that is because we all have our own unique lens, as I like to call it, our own unique lens for life. Now, anything I discuss in the video, like please feel free as well to share in the comments, like anything or any of your own experiences or things that you might be feeling or going through during this particular time. We also have to be aware that as well, every cell in our body has to upgrade to literally match like this new frequency on Earth. And that is a big ask of our bodies and energy fields. So this is why a lot of us are having like these what might be referred to, or we hear in these terms, like these ascension symptoms, because we're going through these changes. And again, they affect different people in different ways, because we're all unique. Our bodies are all different. Our DNA is different. Our ancestries are different. So we're all going to be affected differently. And this is why some of us are having struggles with some of these symptoms. I know this last week, I did do a video on it not too long ago, but I feel like since then my symptoms have changed a bit. I was controlling more of what I'm eating that better suits me, but then I've been feeling so fatigued, been having like really strong headaches and head pains, which I don't normally ever get. Like my dreams have been so vivid, like off the charts vivid. I could write you books about them. So it's just really interesting how this energy is affecting us. And also I've been having a lot of like emotion just brought up. Like I can feel it in my body, but this is what I'm also going to talk about a little bit more in this video, is like how we can kind of release some of that. And sometimes I literally have just had to stand there and like get back in touch with my body and allow this emotion to come out. And we have to be kind to ourselves and gentle, because this energy is new to us and we've not experienced this on Earth yet before in our lifetimes. And our bodies are having to adjust so rapidly. So please be kind to yourself, and please just give yourself some compassion for what you're going through. And this is why it can help to have an understanding of this. And there is no test run, there's no rehearsal. So it is a big deal for the body to cope with. Be understanding with yourself and be compassionate and supporting our bodies in any way necessary. So whether that be with rest, having time alone, solitude, nourishing your body, what you're feeling called to eat or drink, like changes in that, listen to your body. That saying, the gut instinct, your gut knows best for you. And many of us are feeling this different kind of tiredness than before. Like I say, it's a different kind of fatigue. And I think it's just about learning to be in our bodies more and not so much in our mind, which is really hard to do, because sometimes if you're feeling so much, it's easy to go into the mind, because then it's like we can feel less. But get in touch with our bodies and I think we all need to try and be more heart-centered. We have to go inwards and inside our bodies. And anything that we might have been avoiding or not wanting to feel will come up. And this does tie into the full moon. So take some time aside to allow yourself to feel and being to release and work through these heavy emotions, as we can't keep running from them. And if we want, a better life, and a better world, we have to start from within. I always say this is starting from within. Surrender and drop into the body, and you will hear, allow yourself to hear. So don't feel as though you have to control. All on your healing journey and your journey ahead and your path. Just trust in the divine to guide and support you. And I do feel like this is really relevant as well. Your abundance is always going to be linked to the frequency of your heart. And this year, the energy does also symbolize like the collapse of the old world and what we knew and what we were used to. And I think that is really hard for a lot of people, because it's kind of coming up now as we come into March, that 2-year anniversary since we've had all these drastic changes in the world. And I think for a lot of people, like we've already said it, like mental health is going to be a big thing this year, and there's going to be a big focus on that. And I think a lot of people, it's going to hit people really hard, because it's like things aren't going to go back to the world people used to know. Like that's not what it's going to be. It's about like this beginning of the new world and creating the world and the life you want. And this is why it is so important to focus your energy on the life you want to be living and the life you wish to create, and not focusing your energy on the old system or anything that drains your energy or negatively affects it, because it can create energetic turbulence. But it is literally, as they say, breaking down to break through, and it's necessary to get us through to a new and better place. So we kind of have to just leave a lot of that energy behind. And like I say, where you can, try not to tune in or give your energy to things that are fear-based. Focus your energy on what feels right for you and the kind of life you want to be living and create. Now, the full moon is the peak of the moon cycles, and things tend to come to a head at this time. Just like the moon gets bigger in the sky, so do literally anything relating to our feelings and emotions. So don't be afraid to let the process of feeling and feelings get messy. It is messy, okay? It's a not straightforward process. For many of us, the idea of feeling our feelings can create an instant body recoil. And I'm sure many of us are not alone in thinking, what if it's too painful to feel? And yes, there is a chance it might be. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Dealing with feelings and emotions is a really difficult one. And most of us from an early age have been conditioned to not feel our emotions, or we've been taught that pain's not okay, or we might have been denied our emotions, or shut down, or told we're too much, and often denied the feminine experience. And when I say that, because I know men and women both like listen to the videos, but when I say that, I speak of the feminine energy that's present in all of us. Okay, so understand we all have masculine and feminine energies. That's what creates balance, just like the yin and the yang. So more often than not, when the feelings start to get too much, we use some form of controlling behavior to protect ourselves from the pain. Sometimes we might stay in our heads rather than our bodies. We judge, shame, or criticize ourselves to cover up what we're feeling. We can turn to various addictions, from substance abuse to addictive habits and behaviors to numb out. And we may even hand like our feelings over to someone else because we don't want to deal with them, or we don't know how. And our work here, it is the lifelong kind, it's to unravel the conditioning and revel and welcome in. Conditioning, I meant to say there, reveal. I'm reading off my notes when I get a bit carried away. But yeah, to welcome it in, and with this big love and compassion and emotions to be present, and our feelings to be felt exactly as they are. And I know a lot of people will be thinking, well, how do we do this? And, I've spent many years of my life on my healing journey. And It's hard. It is hard, but we will all get to a point where it's like, you know what? I can't take any more of the life I've been living or how I've been living. And it can push us into these healing journeys, these awakenings. And I'll just say to people, look, take things at your own pace. No one can like force you to heal any sooner than you're ready to. But a good kind of way to view it is you can move to feel, literally move your body through dance. When was the last time you actually danced? Because movement transforms and transmutes energy. It moves energy through your body. Listen to an upbeat playlist and let the rhythms and sound move through your body. It's actually really therapeutic. There's been times where I've literally been like at rock bottom and I'm like, I don't, want to be here. Blunt to say it, but I'm really open with my feelings. And I don't know how sometimes I just get myself out of these places and I just turned on some like old school kind of uplifting tunes and I just turned them right up. And then after listening to them for a little bit of time, it just boosted my mood back up. Like I was at rock bottom and I'm like, whoa, how did I just get a little bit back up from there? It was crazy. But yeah, so music can actually be really powerful and tune into your body. You could place like a hand on your heart and take some deep breaths, like be still and let any emotion, feeling or sensation make itself known, and listen to that and honor that and allow it to come up. And if that means you cry, that means you cry. If that means you acknowledge it, you acknowledge it. You could try journaling or writing to express some of the feelings that come up. That's another one of my big ones that I love to do, because often like I don't have anyone to talk to a lot of the time about what I might be feeling or going through or what's coming up. And things like a therapist, I couldn't at the minute afford one, so it's like I've had to come up with a lot of ways and methods and basically like resources that I have available to me. And like journaling was really simple, but it was actually really therapeutic for me to get things off my chest and like get my feelings and emotions down, cry, let it out. And then you look back over it at another point and you're like, wow, I came back from that. Another amazing thing you can do is reconnecting to nature, connecting back. Okay, that's so important because we live such busy lives. It's really important to get back into nature, go to the sea, listen to the birds singing, plant some herbs in your garden or even on your windowsill, allow your hands to touch the soil. Okay, take baths. Baths are so important and so good for people, especially empaths or those that are very sensitive or very in touch with their feelings. They feel things strongly because water is so soothing. You can incorporate your herbs, your salts, your crystals, and also follow the cycles of the moon and bathe and soak up the magic under the full moon, and then you can set intentions with the new moon. And I just think most importantly, trust in yourself and this fiery, strong, courageous Leo energy to assist you in releasing all that no longer serves you. Because Leo is all about the heart energy and love. And this Leo moon is really emphasizing the heart energy and focus on love. And again, that is a strong theme for 2022, especially those of you who are looking to find love or your soulmates. And if you are looking for love, then use this full moon energy to release blocks and emotions or past hurt and traumas that are blocking you from finding your true love or allowing yourself to truly love you. Okay, you can do simple things like you can literally write down a list and then you can rip it up or you can burn it. And that is therapeutic and symbolic of what you are releasing from, your life, your energy field. And even look back over the last month. What do you want to release from that? Full moons, they are also known and can also reveal hidden secrets. Okay, I say that. Yes, we may come into knowledge or find the truth out about a concerning matter. Often I've found that around a full moon, like randomly guidance will just drop into my mind, like something will come to me and I'm like, or in my dreams, things like that. But yeah, we really can receive like great divine guidance or insights that are really helpful to us. So again, it's about going against the grain. Like society wants you to be busy and keeping on the go, so you don't have that quiet time to go within, but that's what is essential, to go within and get your guidance. Okay. Also psychic abilities are really heightened during this time. So pay special attention to any of your insights that come up in your dreams. I'm a big dreamer, so I literally advise everyone, keep a pad and pen handy to write down your dreams, and it's good practice to focus on remembering them. And then you'll get to a point like me where it's like, I always remember it, and I believe that if you remembered it, there's a reason you're remembering it, and there's a message in that for you. And I just think it's a really good time to focus on shining out your light and your goodness and your gifts into the world in whatever it is you do, whatever area of life you're in, and how you share your love and brightness out into the world. What small steps can you make a difference into the world? Okay, because the world, let me tell you, is in this desperate need for more love. So we can lead by example. No one needs a title to lead. Lead by integrity, high principles, live it in truth and walk your talk to shine your light out into your life. You create your reality from the inside out, not the outside in. Okay. I just want to say thank you so much for listening. I hope you've found some of this information helpful, and I hope it'll help you channel through some of this full moon energy and going into next month's energy, which will be March. And I will come on and do another video around the time of the new moon, which is around the 2nd or the 3rd of March. We've also got in March the full moon on the 18th, and we've also got the equinox around the 21st, again, depending on where you are in the world. If you want to be notified of my new videos, then you can subscribe and you'll get a notification. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.